October 18th, 10 a.m. This record courtroom number 4. And with that I say, hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney. Where we're doing the third episode, which is the one with the Steel Samurai case. And court is now in session, because last time we played, we went exploring or heard about like the case. Well, for one, we got the case, right? Will Powers came to us, called us for like, please help me. I think it was Will Powers, right? Because Maya was like very deep into the Steel Samurai series show or something like that. And well, we've been looking around for stuff, and we didn't really get all that much. We got a photo of someone inside the Steel Samurai outfit, but they look so small, right? Because I don't know if you guys noticed, Will Powers, kind of a huge guy, right? He's tall, really tall. Then we have the card key from, well, that I took from Will Power. We also got the guild map, the map for the guy. Yeah, they got the guide map, and then we have also the autopsy report. And he died 10/15. Oh yeah, October 15. Is that October? Yeah, it is October. At 2:30 p.m. Course pierced through the chest by a spear. And of course, we never can forget down the attorney patch. Court is now in session for the thingy of Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Well then, Mr. Edward, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well then, I would like to move on to some testimonies. Mr. Edwards, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I shall call... Oh, Detective Gumshoe, I forgot I can also be a witness. Call the most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. What? Where am I here again? Detective, if you could briefly describe this case to the court. Oh, yes, sir. I will explain with the guide map over here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, you see? This here is the employee area. With the actors did a run-through of their action scenes during this morning. I didn't look at the left side of it. This is the main gate of the studio. The security lady that works here at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. And then past the security station there is a gate. And past that gate are the studios 1 and 2. Here's Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Power, and the young woman, the production assistant. The production staff were in the employee area until noon. That's the W for, not W, that's V for victim. Then on the lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to this guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Because Jack Hammer was dead. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. And also, I don't think Penny has the strength to, like... I was gonna say, like, doesn't have the strength to, like, pierce the evil message through its chest like that. But she does carry around cameras and such, right? And that is quite heavy already. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? No. I think I can probably remember that. Well, so then the murder weapon, it was a spear. Now, how medieval. But how cool. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is... What did the security lady at the guard station see? I understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? The Oldbag. Oh my, aren't you a handsome fella? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh dearie, no need to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edward has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. He is too handsome for his own, your name is Oldbag. Wendy Oldbag. Just call me Grandma, that's fine. When I was young, I was an old bag, but like, how many old shit will make fun of me? Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Calling me an old bag just because my name was Oldbag? Objection, I object to the witness talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling and go on the stand. Oh, we're just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps you can get to the testimony. Gotta say though, I love this game's humor. Now the witness was stationed at the main gate on the date of the murder, correct? Yes, sir, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. Oh, you know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. The show is one hell of an old bag. Okay, then let's see. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been going through a run-through there since the morning. Oh, well, on the other hand, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got the guard station. Sorry about that. I was at the main gate until 5 p.m. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right past me at 2 p.m. And it was Powers. That man was right there and he was heading towards the studio. Mr. the defendant then. Very well then, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, well, you arrived at 1 p.m., but what were you doing? So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could have gotten to the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no, but the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So she's saying that there's no one who isn't supposed to be there could get in. Or anyone at the studio when you arrive at the guard station. Poor old Ham and the rest have been going through it. Yeah, okay. A run-through? What do you mean by that? They were walking out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got to the basics figured out by noon, then went to use the afternoon for practice. A rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talking about a late-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there at afternoon? Oh, well, I had some errands to run that morning. What kind of errands? You gotta tell us. Well, you know. No, I don't know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate in the night. I did my job. I'm sure you shouldn't see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. I never missed one in all my years. Wow. I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty, you know? Not a bad idea. I feel like you're gonna be less in trouble than what I've been, like, getting to be a defense attorney, right? Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. She's the victim then. I didn't see poor old Hammer. Nope, he's already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. I was at the main gate from then until 5. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course, I'm a professional, you know? Or are you criticizing how I do my job? Whippersnapper. No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday, I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Sniper weapon? Oh, Winbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on guard duty the whole throughout the afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and then I started talking and talking. Have you asked me that detective isn't cut out for his job? But Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Of course he did. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right past me at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. You're sure? Sure as spit. So, who was the man? Well, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Oh. Well, no, don't get your skeevies up in a bunch. I will tell you who it was. It was Power, that man right there, and he was heading straight for the studio. Wait, I gotta check something. Yeah, 2 p.m. Like this one. Let me press first. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Get walks in your eyes, Sonny. Next, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. It was Powers. That man right there was heading towards the studio. Not so fast, lady. Let me get this straight, Oldbag. I mean, Mrs. Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Power, right? Mr. Powers. But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Oh, well, what is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Mr. Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Well, of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, honey? And you're not gonna plainly see that that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True. Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that does not mean that Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Eh? I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in the court is accusing of that, Mrs. Witness. He doesn't want to call her Oldbag. He's going to calling her Oldbag, apparently. No, you do not have proof that the person in the photo is Mr. Will Powers, now do you? No, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Even with Edge wasn't surprised, the prosecution would ask the witness. Please make note all your information in your possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know? Everyone won't be so nosy. You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me it isn't any good as evidence, pal. I didn't even give it a second look. Oh, old Winkbag has left even Edgewolf speechless. Let's hear about your proof then, lady. Oh, okay. Another testimony. So I guess we did do the first part correctly. And if I say anything I don't mean, mind you, that morning during the run-through on the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. And apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at the picture. You see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle. Very well then, Mrs. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She's gonna be hiding something else. Press her until she squeals. First things first, I gotta shag. It is the same spear, right? It looks a bit different, but I think that's like just the way that it's drawn in this one, right? Because over here, if you look at the top, you see that it's like a little bit more indented before it goes out. And at the bottom as well, you see like it's rather flat compared to how in this one it looks like a little bit roundish on the bottom. Like it has like almost like a pommel, right? And the top of the spear is like very flat, kind of. But I think that might just be the HD remake filter on it, right? I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Whippersnapper! I haven't even said anything! How have you known not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs? Everything I've said... Oh, okay. That's starting again. Mr. Wright, please for all of our sakes, try not to upset the witness. during the run-through of the action scene, what happened? Who was presented the run-through? Well, let's see, there was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, then poor old Hammer, he's the Magic Illustrator, and me. What exactly were you doing? Observing, and just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see this run-through then. Okay. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, the thing is supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped him make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Oh, okay, let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her. She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. No, wait, no, shoot! I misclicked. That's not what I wanted. Ah, the first time I did like a mistake. I would have pressed this. Then I pressed the other button. He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. Samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily I was there with duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the courtroom. Updater has been mended with duct tape. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty badly. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Through the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? There is one thing that bothers me, which is... Where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking through. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it is clear that this person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Willpower. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're Are you sure you're sure? I don't think so. Hold it right there. We keep talking about possibilities. We have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defendant does have a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. Well, I have to consider that possibility as well. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony? Oh, no need to ask twice. Oh, it just continues. I was wondering where this was all going. I was like, how did we get here? What is going on? I didn't even present anything. Time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30, true? The only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. If no one else went to the studio, then it would have been this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. Though I have no idea what I can, like... Because now we have the fact that the Steel Samurai has been mended, which is good. Right? That's kind of good. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Okay. That's how good to the studio was, Mr. Powers. I'm absolutely sure. Oh, quite sunny. Nobody suspicious looking past by at all. Nobody suspicious at looking. No one else went in there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 PM? Yeah. Why, everyone was in the employee area before then, and I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Oh, she means with the camera. Are you sure? The witness has answered your question. Anyone going by the studio had to pass through the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let them have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, I guess. Is she gonna turn into old Windbags? I hope not. No, I am kind of stuck here. What if they had gone to... Or if someone had stayed in the studio too? Wait, what? It contradicts its evidence? What? It does? I don't see any contradictory. Huh? Really? Ah, come on. Oh... What do I do? The music stopped. That's a good sign. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. Yeah, and I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer at the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to walk at the studio, we may have an opening. And that very computer printed out this photo. Note that the back of this photo are printed the words October 15, 2 p.m. photo number 2. Even I know what that means. It was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this be photo number 1, if it really was the only photo? Okay, now... Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. The evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. And yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Eh? Why you watch your mouth, whippersnapper? The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yeah, that's what it would normally mean, yeah. Can the witness explain this to the court? Well, I don't understand these newfangled computer thingies. Edgy boy, help. Well, believe me, I want to, but I don't know what that means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. A whippersnapper? Or something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Oh, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone older than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Whew, it's getting harder. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go to the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that are unsuspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. I'd say this was a turn into unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Who is this other person then? And you couldn't have told us this beforehand? Another job? Ah, that's right, I checked all the people that passed by the main gate that day and I looked closer at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are so frustrating. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. How exactly did you determine who isn't suspicious looking? Well, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? Lady, this is a murder trial, Mrs. Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch a suspicious looking Will Powers photos, did I? I think he's missing the point. Come to think of it, I know I remember throwing out one photo that day. Who? Well, who in the heck was in the photo you erased? Ah, a fanboy. A fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys are real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Those were your wards. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Oh, that's where the kids go through. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they could come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy. Probably second or third. Oh, that's a baby. What? I don't think that the baby could kill it. Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg, and the other one was a boy who was supposed to be about 2nd to 3rd grade. By the way, I would say like 6th grade is around like 12 years old, right? So 3rd or 2nd grade, that's like 8-9 years, by the way. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop them, can't catch them. And a boy in his 2nd or 3rd grade, I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I would think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. The court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Thank you. Thank you. I needed the break. Area number 3. Mr. Powers. Yes. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio room. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? I've forgotten the voice I gave him at the start. The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. Well, I'm gonna imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this lead me? Well, it doesn't look good. Oh, you're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? Well, first we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Oh, right. And then it will take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. If we take the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. Well, I'm not that optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, well, then let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Oh. Yeah, it is a bad sign, right? Where else can we... How do we, like, drag this out? Court will now convenienced for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edward, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty on the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well then, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claims. There is another person who could have committed the crime. Are we gonna put this on Penny? As like a lifeguard? Interesting. Let us hear what you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Oh, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. Who was this person other than Mr. Powder could have committed the murder? Let's go with the assistant girl. It was assistant. The samurai costume was in his dressing room. He stole it, and by doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. Are you saying that the Steel Samurai in the picture is really this assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Uh-oh, bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, I heard she was cleaning her backdrops. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Could be that it's just too heavy. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. Kind of takes the legs out of under the case. It's alright. I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned. Ah. One more chance. Security lady, I guess. Was a security lady. Wendy Oldbag. What? Ooh? Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. I didn't think it was gonna be her because like it's a bit weird. Be like, yeah, no, it was the witness. Just threw Mr. Oldbag. Oldbag, there's Mrs. Oldbag to you. Mrs. Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. And then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would you go to the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simply, Your Honor. She knew the camera of the gate would take a picture. If she wasn't in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. Oh, I see. Excellent deduction, Mr. Wright. Yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes do, baby. Wait, that's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth counters? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on the matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Oh, what? What's that supposed to mean? Do you think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't you just sit there and do something? What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this whole thing away. I feel like if I go further in, it could be like a mistake. Very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast out on Mrs. Oldbag's action on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forgot that Mrs. Power lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. Well, okay, now Mrs. Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait a minute, what about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased. It's only a grade school at all, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pin my old man in 10-second stops. You're told, Mr. White. That boy's not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Why is it that nice to be kids and mean to your elder days? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. Do you have proof that shows the boy could not have been committed? Was it a photo? Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. The very spear is shown here in the photo. How could a boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, could the witness care to comment on this? Huh? The windbag, speechless. Well, it's gotta be first. Very well then. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about the witness, Mrs. Wendy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Phew. That was a close one. Wait a second. I'm not going to sit here and while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. What? Oh, great. Stop the presence that Windbag wants to talk. Mrs. Oldbag, what is all this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? But about whom? Huh? I mean, it wasn't Edward. Told them not to talk. The director. Then another testimony. I thought we were done. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? They told me they'll just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But you're going to be accusing me. I'm not letting them get off. Away scot-free? Oh, thank you. Mrs. Oldbag? This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from us the court until now? Haven't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I am told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Now who? so there was like they were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the big TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? So don't be hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. I don't think Sonny was on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. And who were these people? Ah, well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of the action scene without a director? Of course. Well, yes, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, yeah, if you look at the guide map, there's a Studio 2, right? You go through the gate and all the way to the left. We couldn't go there before. That's the path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? They asked my questions, but we can, like, this had nothing to do with it. Mrs. Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convinced about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. Oh, so you got your bonus and you still thought. One more. Oh, wait. They haven't been at the studio that day. So they were actually at the studio. Yep, the whole day. And they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. I'll kill this woman, I swear it. Them? Who were these people? Well, the director and this... Okay, yeah. Course. We already had the exact same talking about here. Studio 2, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I already finished then. Let's take a break. Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledged the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Mrs. Oldbag, and more information about the other 3 people that have been told off. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's prosecution in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Well, that is all. The court is adjourned. Thank you. Now it's finally over. October 18, 1:04 p.m. This is court defendant lobby number 3. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, and should I... Oh, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So next, have we figured out just who it was in that steel costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powell? I don't think it was her, really. Huh? Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, no, look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for the bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powell. Poor Old Windbag, I kind of feel sorry for her. But actually, she's gonna be mean to us now. Well, not like she was kind to us before. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Well, okay, let's get down to the studio then. Alright, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. But yeah, that's gonna be then it for today. I was getting, like, a bit shaky there. I do like it, though. I like that it's getting more difficult to find out what I can do. And, like, I'm kind of remembering, like, some of the animations that we see. What the? Oh, day 2 investigation. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So it's, like, still more the afternoon / evening where we're gonna be investigating, and then the next day is gonna be another trial. Okay, okay. But yeah, I knew it was kind of like, it was weird how it had only like so little people, right? To be like, like they really abuse their power, like the director and the producer. So we're gonna be seeing who they are and what they are. Because I feel like the one most likely to have like an issue with Jack Hammer would be like the director or the producer, right? Where it's like Jack Hammer wants to get paid more, and then it's like, oh, but you're now washed up. No one cares about you. You're getting paid less. But maybe then Jack Hammer had like a blackmail or something like that, and then it's like, nope, okay, that's too much, and then just kills him or something like that. But we'll see next time. We got a lot of investigating to do, right? So then, everyone, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye.